Morning guys, out here this morning. It's not raining, which makes a change. Got blue sky behind us. I think it's going to be a nice day. It's fairly warm. It's still pretty chilly for this time of year, but weather's improving a bit. I'm out here today doing a simple video. I've got my FX Impact FAC air rifle running around about 44 foot-pound. HIKMICRO Cheetah. This is the LRF version. It's got the built-in ballistic calculator. I thought it'd be a perfect combination for this rifle. It's quite a tactical looking rifle. I've always been a traditionalist with regards to air rifles, and in the past I've had a lot of air arms, but I was swung over to FX purely because of the ability to be able to tune them to certain pellets and the ability to have it compact and really short. This is an FAC. If I had an FAC in another brand, it was too long to be manoeuvring around the truck. So really like it. Very simple. Throw lever action. It's got the carbon body. It's got an Akitac bipod. It really is a nice setup. So I'm predominantly using this for rats and squirrels. I've got a couple of permissions that I shoot rats and squirrels on. And the Cheetah is a fantastic bit of kit. Probably not as widely known as our LPEX 4K LRFs and Stellas and Thunders and all the other scopes that we've got, but it's perfect for air rifles. And the reason I think it's perfect for air rifles, it's compact, it's got a good battery life, it runs off 18650s that you put into the top here, and that gives you about 5-hour run time depending on how many times you use the laser rangefinder. You can also charge it via a USB port on the side here. Very simple functions. The rifle is unloaded, but you got the buttons. That's your jog wheel and your zoom, your laser range-finding button, and your on-off switch. Really simple. Again, it's using the same basics as all of our night vision and thermal and spotters, etc. It's using that really easy to use and easy to navigate menu. So what I'm doing here today, I'm going to zero this rifle at 30 yards. I know it's quite short distance for an FAC air rifle, but that's the distance I'm shooting rats at. The advantage of this is no matter what you zero it at, you've got the ballistic calculator in there. So if you put in the information into your ballistic calculator, it doesn't matter what you zero it at because it will compensate for it. I'm using, bear with me a second, Hades, not Hades, I beg your pardon. I'm using, just get it out of the bag, JSB Match Exact King Heavy Diablos. These are 33 point, excuse me because I haven't got my glasses, 33.95 grains. Done a bit of testing on them. I'm going to set up a chronograph in a minute. I forgot my FX Chronie, which is a fantastic bit of kit. That's in my other rifle. I've got another FX, so I've got a Maverick, and that's in that case. I thought it was in this one, but it's not. So I've got an old Caldwell, what do you call them? An old Caldwell chronograph, Chronie, I think, yes, Chronie, I think it's Chronie. So I'm going to set that up now, and I'm going to take a few shots. I've not shot it yet. I was waiting on a magazine to come. I am going to do a magazine conversion on this. I've got a good friend of mine who's going to fit me a magazine conversion with a larger magazine than the standard magazine that you get. I don't want to keep on reloading it. So I've done no testing with it. I don't know how many shots I get out of a bottle. The bottle is filled at the moment, but we'll see how we get on. I'm going to just set up the chronograph and I will see you in a minute. Okay, so I've got the chronograph set up. I'm going to take an initial shot with the Cheetah and see where we are. If you bear with me a second, I'll just get into the menu. Nice thing about this is you've got the fixed reticle and the central reticle. So if it is off a little bit with your zero, you can adjust your crosshair, but it'll always centralise. Gives you the choice. I obviously always go for the central reticle. So I'm just going to set up the menu now, get into the ballistic calculator, put in the information about the exact King Heavy Diablos, and I'm going to take a shot at 30 yards. So yeah, I'm just going to go into the menu. Okay, so I've changed the angle of the camera a little bit because the sun's coming out and we don't see the sun normally. So I thought it might get in the camera lens, so I've changed the camera around. So sorry about the different angle changes. So I've gone into the menu. I've chosen my reticle. I like the green main crosshair. I like the colour green. I think it stands out daytime and nighttime. And I've gone for the 2 parallel lines and the downward one and the crosshair in the middle of that, which is red. So that's my preferred one for air rifle. Gives you plenty of time to get onto the target, and there's no faff at the top to confuse you about where you're shooting at. So I'm now going to take a shot out at 30 yards and put it on the chrono, see where we are, and see how these Diablo shoot. So I'll just load the rifle. That was simple enough. Okay, so I'm on my zero profile. Nice thing about the Cheetah is I can click onto the zoom, and when I'm zeroing, I can zoom up nicely. So I'll just swing that around the other side. And just adjust the parallax so it's nice and in focus and sharp. We'll see what speed we're getting out of this FX. .887 feet per second with the 33 grainers. Okay, so I've taken the initial shot and I've moved the crosshair across to where the impact strike was. So I'm going to take another shot now just to make sure it's on point. Get another feet per second reading off the chrony so I know where I am with the ballistic calculator for the speed of the pellet that I'm shooting. Now I can put that information then into the ballistic calculator. So I'll just take that other shot now. Make sure that I go through the middle of the chrony. I don't want to cause any damage to the chronometer. Well, that's smack bang in the middle of the target, so I'm really happy with that. That was 880 feet per second. So yeah, really happy with that. We'll now go and check the target. We'll move it out a little bit further and we'll see how we get on. Okay. Right, this is something that really doesn't occur. It's getting too warm for me to wear my hat. There we go. Cheers, guys. Just have a swig of tea as well. We've just got a bit of a crosswind come up. It's been pretty calm all morning while I've been out here. Just put the flask out of the way. So yeah, so what I'm going to do now is the information I've gathered. I've took the average of the 3 shots I've taken through the chronograph, and I've got an average speed of 880 feet per second. So I've got to convert that into meters because at the moment this doesn't work in feet per second, it works in meters per second. So it's just a quick conversion on your phone. I'll put in the ballistic coefficient of this pellet. I think it's 0.046 at a rough guess, but I'll double check that and confirm it in a minute. Put that into the ballistic calculator and then we'll take a couple of shots and see how we get on putting this out at distance. So yeah, so far so good. Sun's out, sky's blue, spring here, who knows. All right guys, back in a minute. Yep, so as suspected, the BC on this 2.5 caliber 33.95 grain bullet is 0.046. So you put that into the ballistic calculator, you put your muzzle velocity, which is averaging on mine at 850, and then you have to do your scope height from the center of the barrel to the center of your optical. I'm going to get my calipers out in a minute just to get that measurement. Put that information into the ballistic calculator, and how far do you want to shoot? It's all down then to your ability as a rifler or rifle shooter. The Cheetah is predominantly air rifles and rimfire guys that it's aimed at because of its lightweightness. 460 grams, it weighs nothing. But yeah, it's a cracking bit of kit. Not to say that you can't shoot foxes with it. Of course you can, but it's got a built-in IR. And the IR that it's built in is really, really good quality. It is focusable and you can zoom it as well. So you can have it on flood or zoom. laser rangefinder will do 1,000 yards, but obviously, you know, you're limited to the amount of distance you can shoot with regards to the IR illuminator. I suppose, especially with a rifle like the FX with the Picatinny rail, you could add an additional IR on the side. But there's nowhere on the actual scope to mount an additional IR, so the internal one is perfect. But then again, for shooting rats with an air rifle like this, it's not bulky, it's there, it's on top of the rifle. You haven't got to worry about an external IR to switch on, it's all done. So yeah, it's got smart IR on board as well. The smart IR function blocks out any glare, so if you have whiteout, so if something becomes between the target and the lens, it will work on the algorithms to try and distort and get rid of all that glare that you get. Works really well. So yeah, all in all, Cheetah, and I think we've just reduced the price. So the laser rangefinder with the ballistic calculator from HIKMICRO is £599, which for a night vision unit that does everything, I mean, it's all streamable, it's got a built-in Wi-Fi, everything about it is compact. You can stream it to your phone through the HIKMICRO site app. It's a brilliant bit of kit. So I'm going to take a few more shots out now, just keep on testing it. I love doing this, especially on a nice day. It's not cold and not wet. Makes a change for the UK. So yeah. Okay guys, I'm just going to have a little bit of a plink. I have got a camera down there on the target board, so hopefully it'll pick up a couple of the shots hitting, and we'll see how we go. All right, cheers guys. I'm going to put the information into the ballistic calculator now. Okay guys, so in conclusion, this is now set up for shooting. I'm taking a couple of shots at 30 yards. It's pretty much bang on. It is a bit windy now, so hence the reason there's a little bit of drift, but I'm very happy with it. I'm going to try the ballistic calculator, but as with everything, guess who forgot to get my air pressure has disappeared out of the bottle because it's FAC, and I've taken quite a few shots here, just getting used to the gun, getting used to the Cheetah on top. So I've got to go home and refill. I've got a nice little compressor at home. It's a brilliant compressor, and it'll fill it up in a couple of minutes. But yeah, so overall, really pleased with the results this morning. Love the Cheetah, love the clarity. Very easy to zero, very easy to set up the ballistic calculator. Perfect for an FX air rifle or any other air rifle. And I keep on saying this, and I'll keep on going on about it and on about it. It's 460 grams, so it's lightweight. So carrying that around, you could shoot one-handed if you want. Not that I advocate shooting one-handed, but you could do. Really great, really pleased with it. So yeah, chuffed to bits. Cheers guys, thanks for tuning in. If you do enjoy some of these videos, please click like and subscribe, and join us again as I just carry on doing the things that I love doing, which is shooting, whether it's FAC air rifles, sub 12-foot air rifles, or centerfire rifles, stalking, foxing. I love it all. Can't get enough of it. Hence the reason I work for HIKMICRO. It's a dream job. It's fantastic. So yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.